the final portion of the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Vegas All-Net Radio. I know sometimes we leave the camera on break, but you don't have the sound and it's not taped. I got to tell you, Glitz over here is fully wanting to embrace her kittiness. Glitter Kitty, I believe we may see Glitter Kitty in the near future.
I believe we will see Glitter Kitty before Well-Rounded, and maybe she may make an appearance at Well-Rounded.
I think maybe Glitter Kitty should make an appearance at the winter
Isn't there
weekend.
a costume party?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Is it?
Glitter Kitty.
Well, there's a Electric Daisy Carnival party. Ooh. That would go well at the Electric Daisy party.
Glitter Kitty.
I'm on it. Okay, can I make some money on this?
Girl, you can make money on everything.
Look, you can make money by eating hot dogs, taking video of you eating a hot dog and just selling it on Clips for Sale.
Once again, why haven't we done this?
We should totally have a Sin City Bounty Clips for Sale.
I gotta tell you,
Wiener Schnitzel. I mean, I'm in. Let's do this.
Seriously, you guys, we could. I'm learning a lot about the Clips for Sale thing.
What about chicken wings?
Anything.
I can multitask.
Some of you feeder guys are going to be happy because at our photo session we were doing.
We did some feeder stuff, yeah.
We did some ice cream cones. Twinkies.
Lollipop.
Around like a fucking baby seal.
I gotta tell you guys.
It was fun.
So last night after the photo shoot, I took Earl home with me.
Well.
But only because I was the only one who could give him a ride, really.
She's afraid of big black cocks, so that ain't happening.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. I think of Earl as like my big brother who's a little overly affectionate with me.
That's because he likes your tits.
He does. He loves my tits.
I know.
But I've been having problems with my knee, and when I got home...
Well, he's a massage therapist.
Right. I went to go get an ice pack out, and he goes, do you want me to massage your knee for me? And I'm like, oh, that would be fabulous. So he starts massaging my knee. We didn't get there till like almost 11, because I'm just letting him just go for like an hour massaging my knee, and I'm like falling asleep on the couch. I was like, oh.
You know, he and I were actually supposed to trade massages before I left town, and I forgot, because I'm also a massage therapist.
Oh.
We had this conversation, and then I guess I flaked out. So
I'm
here for like 3 more days. Come on.
Earl was in his fucking glory yesterday.
Yeah,
he loves that. Whenever we pick him up, like, Earl, I just call him and go, Earl, I'm picking you up. We got so-and-so and so-so to do. Okay, I'll be ready.
The best line of the day, though, I have to say, came from me. Earl, come hike my Spanx up underneath my bra now.
That was hysterical.
And then I'm watching him do this, and I'm looking at your butt, and you really have, like, no ass. You have a little bit of a bump on top, and then it just shoots straight into thigh.
So let's get, because I do. I have hips. And then, you're right, I have no bottom part. And that's why I wear a lot of dresses. Because if you were to look at me when I wear dresses or skirts, and the way they fit.
It looks like you have a butt.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because the fabric goes down over your hips.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, if I could change one thing about my body, I would have more bottom. I mean, because I do have
That's a great question. If you could change one thing about your body, you know what mine would be?
You get rid of your wings?
I get rid of some of my wings, even though I've had guys want to date me because of my wings.
I would get rid of my lower bulge. I don't want a smaller belly. I just want it to be round.
Right. You've always admired the round Buddha belly.
I do. I love that. I was totally. I dig her belly.
And what would you change?
My boobs.
Oh.
You can do that very easily.
I might have told this story already, but I tried once where I consulted a plastic surgeon, and I was told I was too heavy for an elective surgery. For that elective surgery.
You need to see a different...
Yeah, see a different plastic surgeon.
They'll give you boobs.
I don't think I'd change anything about myself.
No. That's awesome.
Nothing at all?
That's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really...
That's good.
You know, I love myself how I am when I am that way.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't think about it a lot, but if somebody said to me... Now, as I get older and somebody said to me, get plastic, it'd be a facelift. Just because...
Yeah, I could
I'm
see.
vain. Fuck you, bitch.
I just want to be clear, like, Earl rubbed your knee for like an hour, and he wasn't like wandering. Like
no, he's respectful of mine.
He's very respectful.
Yeah, that's one thing about that's one thing about Earl. I mean, he always is like very respectful, and he's you know.
Sometimes. Let's see. Lois Lane says she wants to do the makeup for Glitter Kitty.
Oh, Lois Lane. Lois Lane. And you know, Lois
that was the best nipple hard-on I got all night.
Yes. Wait, did you see see the cool
Was that
cheetah print that Lois had on her?
Yeah,
It
I
was
didn't.
awesome.
Is it a tattoo?
No,
No,
she
it's
does
like-
a little paint. She's got all kind of stuff where she does like colors in your hair. She does like extreme makeup. It's
I want
great.
hot pink stripes.
I've seen some pictures. Superman showed me of some makeup she's done. Yeah, we do need to have her do our makeup because it's some really, really cute stuff.
Very cool.
Now I'm wondering why I'm leaving Vegas.
See?
Damn it! Why does all this stuff happen like right when I'm ready to go? I've been waiting all year for this excitement.
I'm gonna be that feral cat that gets banged by a
Well, that's funny because when Moose Harris was here, and he's the kitty, the furry
the
kitty.
dirty whore, the old whore, the Duncan whore.
Why does she get to hoe us all out?
Because I'm in a committed relationship where I'm not allowed to beg around.
Moose Harris
so.
sent me a message. You know, he was like being on the show, and he was texting me, and I said to him, I said, "Purr, again, I'm so bad. Purr, I want to be the lady that finds the kitty at her front door. You know, and you bring the little kitty in. That's what I want."
I actually have a picture of a few years ago where I dressed up as a cat, a sexy kitten for Halloween.
Glitz is really liking this little kitty
She
furry
is.
thing. I'm liking this.
I'll send you. I got a couple of websites for you to go to.
Well, I'll just give everybody a little fill-in. I was very busy this week, but we definitely put this in front of the camera to show Glitter Kitty.
Oh, that's a cute
That's
little
hot, girl.
Button nose.
That's Glitter Kitty, everybody. We're gonna glitter up a little more.
Yeah, glitter and whore me up a little bit more.
Glitter and whore you up. So anyway, busy week, but I did go to the doctor, you guys. Remember I had a stroke a while ago, so they told me. So my doctor said to me, why do you think you had a stroke and who told you had a stroke? And I said,
doctor?
Well, so I explained it all to her, and it was very interesting because she said that she's not totally convinced I have a stroke because she said when people have strokes, even the mini strokes, they have no recollection of what's going on at the time. And I remember everything that happened. I remember that, you know, what I was thinking in my brain was not coming out of my mouth right. So anyway, bottom line, you guys are not going to lose me anytime soon. You're stuck with me. She said I'm not a ticking time bomb. I'm not. And we're going to run some tests. And she's like, you know, everything. She listened to my carotid artery and my blood flow's good. And so anyway, all my numbers are right. So we're just going to run a few tests, see if we can figure out what it was. But maybe I didn't have a stroke. She started, I said, well, what could it have been, you know, without a stroke? And she starts naming all these things it could have been. So
it was the face melting disease. That's all I'm going to call
well,
it.
Exactly.
Your face
And that's why I think it was
terrible.
a stroke because of the way that my face went like that. But you know what? I've been seeing this doctor like 4 years. I really trust her, so I'm going to just do what she tells me to do and go on. So
that works.
Other than that, I've had kids all week. I was a little burned out. I'm ready to not have kids tomorrow.
And you had a good day. Last night.
I'm going to tell you guys. Sometimes I get to the club and my arthritis is so bad I really can't dance. Now, here's a perfect example. I had found, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so, a natural supplement that I take. There's only one store in town I can get it at, and it's called Infla-Ease. And what it is, it's supposed to trigger your body's natural abilities to fight inflammation. So I had been taking it, and I remember the first day I took it, I was like mopping floors and running around like nothing was going on. So I kept taking it, and I had run out. And I had just not gotten across to this side of town to pick it up. And it's like $30 a bottle. So I got some the other day, and I started taking it again. And I'm telling you, it's like night and day. It's like what it does is it takes my anti-inflammatory that I get from the doctor, and it almost boosts it. Okay? So I've been taking it all week. So when I got to the club last night, I'm dancing, and I'm feeling good. But it's like a huge difference in what my body can do and not do when I have this. It's all natural, and it's really good. I was telling somebody about it last night. So anyway, so health-wise is good. Sex life is good.
That's good.
You know, I'm good.
It's always good when the sex life is good.
I need more sex in my life.
Oh.
I haven't had sex since my sabbatical ended, and that's why I knew when you said once you get it and you want more of it.
So how are we going to solve this problem for you, Miss Liz?
Craigslist.
I'm not fucking anyone on Craigslist.
I fuck people on Craigslist.
Ugh.
Not proud of it, but I have.
You had like a hot tub party from
I think we
Craig's
talked
house.
about maybe in a couple weeks going out to the Rooster, right? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Like
So,
having a field trip.
we need to have.
Hey, I was there the other night. I've never been there before.
Really, your first time at the Rooster?
But
I love
it
the
was
Rooster.
a weekend night though, and I was told it's more like a club, dance club on the weekends, right? So,
It is.
Yeah.
So I was dragged down there, and
Did
of
you
course-
stay until after midnight? Because the crowd
Yeah.
the crowd youngs up a little bit.
Geriatric until midnight.
I think we were there. We were there pretty late, but we were old. No.
Did you feel like you stepped into 1970, like with the decor?
It was an interesting place. It was
Yeah, we call it the Regal Beagle from Three's Company.
That is awesome.
So that's well, I can't say it now. Well, fuck it.
But I'd like to see it on a night when there's some fucking going on,
There was no fucking going on?
No, it was.
There wasn't anyone in the big round bed in the.
I was told it was an extremely slow night, and but I did go out to the hot tub there, and everybody cruising by, staring at me. Did
you sit in the hot tub?
It was interesting. Yes, I did.
No, my body is not getting in that water out
I am
there.
You're
so
gonna get pink eye.
I thought about it.
Venereal disease.
Believe me, I thought about it
everything.
twice.
No, but if you've ever actually been in the hot tub, the chlorine is so
I don't
thick
care.
that it
Well, I don't want
burns
to be
your
in
eyes.
that chlorine, and there's little.
I was
little,
kinda wondering-
There's little like spooge floating around.
There
No.
is not.
Yes, there is.
There is
Gross.
not.
I was
have
kind of
that
wondering
to
why there was
sweep it
no
out.
one in. I mean, there was nobody. There was nobody there, so there was nobody in the jacuzzi. But I was kind of wondering why it didn't smell more like chlorine.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.
There was no real chlorine.
Well,
We
every
can
time I
go-
got in there, it was burning
We
my
can
eyes.
go to the Rooster. We can have a field trip. This bitch, I'll go get fucked in the orgy room before I get in that pool.
I am.
So now, just so we're all aware, she is going to get fucked in the orgy room.
But I
You know
have
what?
to
She'd be
take
her
somebody- But I have
her
to
and
take
Glitz.
somebody with me.
I'll come
No,
watch.
guys will
Talk to-
walk in. Like, guys
I'm
will
absolutely
come
okay
in.
with
You have to
watching.
go in as a couple in the orgy room.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Oh, they
Only
changed it.
upstairs. No.
They
No,
changed
only
it.
upstairs.
1/4 room you used to have to for a short time.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
No, when people go in, you will see. You see everybody, like...
Oh,
I have
Yeah, they
absolutely
follow.
gotten up and just sat behind the 4 people fucking and just watched.
Oh yeah, me too.
I love to
Me
watch.
too. I'm
I'm gonna be like the creepy guys masturbating in the corner. I'm gonna be totally diddling myself
in
right
the
there.
pool area.
Why
The
not?
most interesting time I ever had in a parking lot was late at night, and I went to the grocery store, and it was 20-something years ago. I was young, and there was a guy out there masturbating in the parking lot, and so I pulled my car closer and I watched him watching people. It was kind of, I guess I'm like double creepy. It was hot.
You watch the creepy guy masturbate.
I watched the creepy guy masturbating, watching people walking
Well,
in
the
and out of
one
the store.
time that we all went to the Power Exchange together, I had brought a friend of mine, and she was getting spanked, and then we kind of all separated, and some of us went in the couples room. I think you and Kelly and me and my friend. Well, by the time all the other friends come up, they were all pissed off because I had already been done fucking my friend, and they're like, "We missed it! We missed it!"
We didn't miss it. I think
No,
we were
no,
on
no.
the bed right next to you guys.
But the other people that were with us,
Yeah, the other people.
Calypso was with us, and
You know what? They knew we were going up there.
to the couples room.
They knew we were going up there.
So.
So we're talking about this. I have this infatuation right now, and it's not going to happen here, but I want to be fucked in a cemetery.
Wow.
I have to tell you something.
Has anyone ever done that?
No.
I have. I have.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me move the
Yeah.
camera.
I have.
That'll be my fuck.
It is.
This is like a horse. 1, 2, 3.
It's actually one of those things I never share. I'm an awful person.
I was going to say, did you
But-
feel bad afterwards?
Well, we weren't. Okay.
Did you do it on your great grandmother's
No,
grave?
we were not on graves. Like, there was a cemetery, and there was like a field, where there's room for more. And so we were in the field.
The pre-cemetery area.
However, we were there for quite a while, and at one point we realized, like, a service was starting that to where they could easily see us.
Oh, this is daylight.
Easily. This is daylight. Oh, you think I'm going to a cemetery at night?
Hey, it's not the dead you got to worry about. It's the living, girl.
Right? Or the living
It's still
dead.
not happening. But yeah, I mean, it was like earlier in the day. There was nowhere else to go. I mean, this is years and
No
years.
bedrooms nearby.
Years. I was like 20 at the time. And Yeah, but I felt really bad when, when we realized, and he was like, there's people over there, and we're looking, and yeah.
I want to do the whole night thing. I want to do it at night. I want to be scared at the same time.
Like you want to be like
excited,
fucking and aroused.
Yeah.
And, will you do it on a grave? I would.
Well, it depends. Yeah, like bent over one. Yeah.
Would you put your hands on the headboard, or how about if you just sat on the headboard and he was in front of you?
And would you be dressed like a kitty?
Oh, this just got to a whole new level.
A black cat that night.
Yes.
And Victor says he got a BJ in a mausoleum once.
Oh, that's great.
I never had sex in a cemetery, but I did go with Tori DeLuca to a cemetery because she wanted to see certain graves when I first started my website, and we did take our tits out and rub them on some tombstones. And there was a group of military guys there having a service, and they all ended up coming and asking for her autograph and stuff.
Well, you know what? If I was a military guy and I was putting my buddy to rest, I'd be like, "Excuse me, will you come rub your tits on my buddy's casket before we bury him?"
That's the way to go, man. You gotta send him out with titties.
I hope that's not my job.
I would fuck on a grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd fuck on a mausoleum.
She'd fuck anywhere.
No, I wouldn't.
Where would you not fuck?
In my asshole.
We're talking about locales for having sex, not holes to put it in.
Well, I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist. I mean, I have no problem with, going in the middle of a football field or.
Does not surprise anyone.
I've done that.
The hardest
place, football field.
The hardest place for me to have sex was, and believe me, I can have sex pretty much anywhere, but dating someone and staying at their mother's house and having their altar boy pictures next to the bedside table, the Virgin Mary up on the wall, and that was a little awkward. But we did it anyway.
I had sex in the bed my grandmother usually sleeps in.
Oh, you told me that you guys were shoving pillows in each other's mouths.
Well, just my mouth. He can be quiet when he needs to be because he's always in control. I, however, had to whimper through it. So
I shot photo sets.
Well, Jesus, flaming angel Jesus was over the top of us, by the way.
I shot photo sets in my grandparents' house after they passed away.
Oh, wow. That might be sacrilegious.
That was bad.
No, it's okay if they're dead.
I got fucked everywhere in that house.
I am not big on having sex in the car. Okay, I know it's hot. I mean, I will. But you know what? It's like, I'm kind of above this. I really don't feel like. I feel like spring for a fucking hotel room.
It's just because you're old.
I gotta tell you, the best orgasm.
Oh, this bitch! You walking home. But what I'm saying is like if I'm with somebody, okay, and I've been with people and we're on a log ride and they're like, oh, let's go pull over in the thing and let's have sex. Okay, I'm good with that. It's spontaneous. That's fun. What I'm not good with is
cheap bastard.
Cheap bastard. In other words, take me to dinner and then we get in this car. And he goes, you want to get in the back seat? No. Well, I ain't got no place for us to go because I live with my mother. Guess you should have thought about this before. No, I'm not getting cheap, motherfucker.
Pull out $40. We'll go to Motel 8. They don't ask questions or need ID.
To this day, the best orgasm I've ever had was in a car.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
And I've had a lot of good orgasms. It was a couple years ago. I was dating, we call him douchebag on the show.
Douchebag.
Douchey.
And he was doing some work out in Florida, Cape Canaveral area, so he flew me out for a couple days, spend some time with him. So we're on this ride in the middle of fucking swampland, nowhere. And, of course, he's in a rental car. And for some reason we started talking about drifting, like racing and drifting. He's all, and I didn't have my seatbelt on. He's all, do me a favor, put your fucking seatbelt on. So I clicked the seatbelt, and he guns it because we're on this road, and it's in the middle of nowhere. And he pulls up the emergency brake on the car and drifts. And it was like, and then when we stopped and from spinning and stopped,
her nipples were hard.
My nipples were hard, but it was the biggest like fucking adrenaline rush in my life because I thought I was gonna die. I thought this car was gonna tip, and he fucking knows everything, and whatever. Just fucking. So he looks at me. He's, "Well, you didn't trust me," and I was wearing a skirt, and it was Florida, and I just couldn't get the seatbelt off of him and me fast enough to climb on top of him and fucked him on this road. And fucking cars start driving by, and I didn't give a shit. I fucked the hell out of him, and it was like the best, to this day, the best orgasm I ever had. And until we stopped talking, he would be like, "Remember when we fucked on the side of the road?"
And you'd get tingly and all no-no-y again.
Because he would deploy all the time, so he's like, "That's my #1 masturbation thing, is when we fucked on the side of the road."
Awesome. I've done a lot of fucking between here and California.
There's this one lookout point when you're taking the bypass, the
10?
No, when you're bypassing the dam, when you're taking the bypass bridge. Just after the bypass bridge, there's a bunch of lookout points you can drive up to, and there's one that overlooks the whole Lake Mead Valley. And I have absolutely fantasized about pulling up there, wearing a skirt, just being bent over the railing there, and just being fucked while I look at that. And unfortunately, there's always people up there, and there's usually small children, and I'm just not going to whip that out right there in front of the kids. So
the most public place I think I got fucked was in the middle of the street in Pasadena. It was late at night, though.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
Now, I like to, I've gone
but
to
it was
a
not
park,
in the car.
in, a park in the evening, over between the trees and fucked on the grass. That's cool.
Trying to think about, there was this time. So, Callie Guy and I are kind of into outdoor sex, and so there was this time that he had found for a while there. He was seeking out places where we could have sex.
I love it.
And so there's right next to my house, there's this bartending school, and they have they have a gate. They've gated in their electrical unit because people are stealing the copper wiring, but they never locked it. So we were able to get in there and have sex in there one time. And then there was the time he fucked me outside in my backyard. You can see into my backyard from the street, so we were like, yeah.
I wonder how many people have ever fucked in here.
I'd say we try it now.
In this studio, none, but I know of a couple of offices.
Well, years ago, I used to work for Olin Mills, back in Michigan, the portrait studio, So there was a couple. Now, I was the district manager, so I keys to every little studio. So, I'd go to the club, meet somebody.
Bring them back.
Bring them back to the
You guys
studio.
didn't have cameras? No security
cams?
cams?
That was in the early 90s. So, and they were I would go
So you could do whole fetish scenes in there.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I had sex in the stairwell at the Hard Rock the last day I worked there.
Oh, that is hot.
I forgot about that. Because I serviced the security department very well during my
I guess you did.
Anyway, my last day, and obviously at the time, one of the higher ups knows where the cameras are and where they're not, and it's my last day. What were they going to do, fire me?
Right, exactly.
I had 3 hours left, so we fucked in the stairwell. The Hard Rock.
That's hot.
I had sex in the security booth at Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh, that was good.
I want to have sex at Disneyland. I know it's possible. I've heard of people who's doing it.
It's possible. Let's go have it in the House of
I
Presidents.
have a family member who works there.
You do? Can we get discounts?
I can.
Do they have to be in your name? Can they just
that
be?
was an attitude issue.
Pickups?
I was just kidding. This person has to physically let you in.
Oh, that's poopy.
I have a guy who started out as a photographer for me, and he's in a couple of my videos on my website, and he works at Disneyland, so it's an interesting place.
What's a dirty horse that worked at Disneyland?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them.
There's a whole underground world under Disneyland.
You know what I want to know? I want to know if the characters have sex in character.
I was just thinking that. Oh my God!
Like,
my
now
head.
wait, they're not called furries. What would they be called?
I don't know. I don't know what they'd be called.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who aren't in a full character costume, like
the princesses and princes.
Right, like the princesses and princes, like Prince Charming and all those.
Cinderella.
I
think there was some
Bang
trouble
in costume.
Way back when something went on the internet about something like that
I'd like to see
photographed or videotaped.
Jasmine
maybe 10
get
years
banged
ago.
by Prince Charming. That'd be pretty hot.
I'd like to see
Shrek
Jazz
bang the hell out of the little fucking mermaid.
Yeah, see, I'm more like
You want a big chubby green guy to just bang the fuck out of a little redhead,
See,
huh?
I want fucking like the frickin' bears, the grizzly bears, to fuck like Cinderella, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too funny.
That's insane.
What a fun show. It's been fun. We've laughed. It's been good.
It's been a kinky fucking show.
Misty, do you want to give your information again
Good idea.
to everyone?
What do you want, my private number, baby?
They will absolutely
get
take
that
that.
Turn on all of our guests, Toxie.
I will get that after.
I've been trying to give it to you for a while. Okay, well, my websites are mistymountains.com. It's MYSTI, mountains, as in mountains? No, mountains. Which ones do you want?
Mountains all
And the new
over.
website is extremesquashing.com. And you can also find me on Twitter, Big Girls with a U and a Z, Big Girls Media, and Misty_Mountains, and at Extreme Squash.
Good. Did you have a good time? We had a good time having you in
I
studio.
had a great time.
We hate you're leaving Vegas, but you'll be back.
Yeah, will you be visiting?
Oh, I will definitely be back to visit.
So let us know when you're in town. We'll get you back on the show to tell everybody all your new stuff. New
Sounds-
stories. You'll have new stories.
Oh, I'll
by
have
then.
exciting news stories after we get the dungeon built.
Ooh,
Yeah.
We want
No, we're gonna do
photos.
a remote.
Field
We're
trip.
gonna do. Yeah, I'm
A
going.
remote from Misty's dungeon.
And Tammy is
That's so awesome. When are you guys coming? Let's set that up right now.
Glitter Kitty's coming to the dungeon.
That is awesome.
I love. We just found a new glitter kitty. I'm so excited.
Ugh. We are turning people left and fucking right. That's just some crazy shit right there. That's all I gotta say. It gets really crazy up in this bitch. Sometimes.
But,
So visit our friend Misty Mountains. Visit our friend Dave B. Soul. That's DaveBSoulOnline.com. We'll be playing his music from now on some of our breaks. Man, it's been a good show.
It's been fun. I can't remember who our guest is next week. Shame on me.
I might be able to pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah,
Talk amongst yourselves. We still got like a minute.
I'm trying to we got some really good guests coming up in March. That's the first week in March.
I know we got a really good guest at the end of March. So
I
the first
can't
week
wait
of
for
March.
Gloria Baker.
Oh, Julia Sands.
Oh, okay.
March 2nd. We have Julia Sands then.
I love her.
So much
My nipples
fun.
are gonna be
Who is
really
that?
hard.
Julia
next week.
Sands. She's got
so
great
sexy
boobs.
all the time.
And she's so much fun.
And
that
boy,
girl.
can she work a freaking
The pole? Holy cow.
That girl.
I'm
Yeah.
just telling you right now, my nipples are going to be very hard all next week.
Are we going to have to switch spots with you and Toxie so that you don't molest the guest?
I'm going to sit here.
No, don't be moving her seat, she says.
Sitting there.
That's awesome.
Thank you all for listening in, for being fans. We love it.
Yeah, this is Sierra.
This is Glitz.
Sweet cheeks.
Toxic.
Wishing you all a good night. And remember, fuck often.
Show After Hours featuring Len Connell and the